Hey everybody, it's Wednesday night. That means we over here at Rethink Gaming are playing Rime of the Frostmaiden through Discord and Fantasy Grounds. Thank you as always to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. You've just got to be using it at your gaming table. When we last played, the party was making their way down from Revel's End, having interrogated the prisoner and deciding not to help him. They were playing around a bit with the Chewinga capabilities and slaughtered a bunch of kobolds in the snow. What are you guys going to go destroy next?
The World of Warcraft.
I don't know, but Oslo burst into the scene. Hey
Hey,
guys,
there he
sorry I'm
is.
late.
Up, Oslo.
Good old Oslo.
Sorry about that, guys. Was just daydreaming a bit.
That's right. We had left the place, right?
Yes, so the letter P denotes where you are. I don't remember where you were headed, but that's really your decision.
My notes from last time. We fought the Cold Light Walker, the three ice mephits. We killed them all. They murdered Danica. She turned to ice. We were real sad about that. The Chwingas survived. Then we went to the prison. We talked to the prison dude, prisoner 237. And they said that they're looking for the Black Spire. I think the next thing we were going to do was talk to what's-her-face? Aural? Not Aural. Her name starts with an A. Avarice?
Avarice?
It's Avarice.
Not Aural. Aural's pissed at me right now.
What town was Avarice in?
Care?
Rinchander? No.
No, East Haven.
East Haven.
Nope. Caradenival.
Yeah.
Caradenival.
I mean, towards East Haven.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mispronounced Caradenival.
I
We
mean,
can go there.
Oh yeah, well, there we are. We're way up north. I couldn't find it on the map. Okay.
What about the before we go? What about the fallout from talking to this prisoner 237 guy? Do we want to report back or defer that to later?
I think, wasn't it that the speaker wanted us to find out what the Arcane Brotherhood was doing? And we found out basically that the Arcane Brotherhood is planning on finding some relic of the Netherese.
Yeah. So the question was whether we go back to Bryn Shander and report back to the speaker lady there who had asked us to go speak to this guy and find it out.
I'm sure
or do we just defer it till later?
I think that's a pretty quick interaction. We could probably roll into town and be out within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
in D&D, can you ever get in and out of town in 30 minutes?
You tried.
Absolutely.
If one of your party members doesn't try and sabotage you by trying to save the sun.
I mean, that is Arid's entire flaw.
It's not his entire flaw.
It's the flaw I rolled on his character sheet.
All right.
All right. So Duvessa Shane, that's who we want to go see. Is that her name?
Oh yeah.
That was.
When we meet with her, we should only refer to Vailish as prisoner 237. Because his
Cool.
name is no longer legitimate.
Or we could refer to him as Hugh Jackman.
You could.
A Les Mis reference. For all of you theater nerds out there.
I also went Australian with his accent, so maybe that's where that came from.
Ah, that's true.
I mean, it was a book before it was a play, so shouldn't it really be literature nerds?
I don't think it
Just
was a
nerd.
Hugh
We just
Jackman
called him
book,
nerd.
though.
Ah, true.
That was a Victor Hugo book.
Now I want to go read Hugh Jackman's book.
Does he have a book?
I don't know.
Sure, he does. He's a man of many talents. He's a triple threat in the
All right.
acting arena. Yeah,
So
art arena.
we are headed down. Which way south do you want to go? Are you going by the cabin?
Where did we leave the frozen lady?
At the cabin.
Oh,
Danica? Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah. Let's go. Let's go get her.
Okay. So you get to the cabin about noon. Nothing much has changed. There's frozen Danica. I assume you're loading frozen Danica upon a dog sled?
Yeah. Does she look any different?
She doesn't.
All right, then. Yeah. Let's load her up.
All right. And then heading south, I assume toward Lonelywood or toward Tourmaline or across the Roman Valley.
Did we ever go to Lonelywood?
Haven't yet been to Lonelywood.
I don't think we have.
I think we like stopped. Ooh.
Yeah,
Didn't
we
really do
looked
anything
for
of
the
importance.
moose.
Well, that was in the woods by Lonelywood.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you guys want
The
to?
wood for which it's named.
Do you want to go through Lonelywood, or do you just want to go take the straight path straight to?
Let's just go straight there.
All right.
Got places to go and people to see.
Yeah, we do.
So you're going over the top of Kelvin's Cairn or across the bottom?
We're going to
I think
bring
around the
Chander.
left of it, yeah.
Oh, you're going
Like
to Bryn Shannon.
between-
That's right. You're right.
Yeah.
Between
Alright, so
Lonelywood
Tourmaline.
and Calvin. Yeah.
So not
Okay.
not over the top.
So you are approaching Tourmaline. It's getting late, but you can make it. You see in the distance, along the trees of Lonelywood, several figures. One of them stands up, making sure you can clearly see him. It's that same Goliath warband that you ran into a few days ago. He's standing in the breeze, just sort of with his eyes locked on you as you ride your dog sleds by.
I'm going to suggest that we go and
Say hello.
say hello, chat with them,
Sure.
see what's brought them back here.
Yeah. Ahoy there, Goliath.
He strides forward in the snow, unwrapping his woolen cloak so that he has easier access to his battle axe.
Oh.
He grips it up near the head of the axe in his left hand, keeping it ready, and approaches.
Hey there, big fella. What's going on?
Hello there, friend. Good
Remember
to see another
us?
friendly face here.
What were you doing in the north? He says.
We went to go interrogate this guy. They call him Prisoner 237 there. We're a member of the Arcane Brotherhood. We were trying to figure out what they're doing over here. You see, we're trying to restore the nature to this area. So we went up to the prison there to figure out what's been going on so we can stop it.
We're going to bring back the sun.
Yeah, that is our end goal.
Why are you hauling the damned one?
Oh, it's It's
She had
pretty
an
sad.
she had an incident.
She's a researcher down from East Haven, I think. And she was following us because I gesture for Echo to pop out.
Echo does not pop out.
Oh, sorry. I use minor illusion to create the image of a chwinga.
Okay.
And I explain. You see, these things, they're supposed to be elemental creatures that are unique to this area, and it seems that the atmospheric aberrations that have caused the snow to overwhelmingly flow in this area has caused them to. Sorry. What I mean to say is that she was a researcher and she was going to try and help, but the monsters attacked her, the creatures from Aurel, and they turned her to ice. So I don't want to just leave her. So we're trying to hold on to her until we can find a way to fix it.
Romdar knows what Chwinga are.
Oh, do you? Is this Romgar, or is he speaking in the third person?
He seems to be speaking in the third person.
Oh, that's great. Wait, how? You know, Danica said that they hadn't been seen. I mean, do your Goliath? Do you guys have a good relationship with them?
My people keep this land. We have for many, many centuries.
I see. Do you know anything about what's going on then?
All we know is that several have tried to breach our eastern territory, and we are pleased to see you are not among them.
What is your eastern territory?
To the lands across Lake Dinanshire, as you call it.
Well, I don't think anything's bringing us over that way. No, we're just trying to figure out what's going on here. We're pretty sure it has something to do with Aurel. And did I show them the little artifact the last time?
Sure.
The summer star.
I don't
What
think so.
artifact?
The summer star?
He seems unimpressed by your machine.
I explained. Well, you see, it's supposed to adjust the atmospheric aberrations that are happening here to restore sun to the land. But
It doesn't really work.
Put not
it's
your
not working.
faith in the works of man. Trust to the gods.
I see. In
Which god do you trust the most?
We worship all the gods of the land.
Yeah, but which one do you trust the most? If they all separately invited you to a dinner party, which one would you be the least afraid would stab you to death when you went?
We do not go to dinner parties,
I'm
nor
sorry,
do we fear death.
I think what my friend was meaning to say is which are the different gods that you venerate? Is Aurel part of that?
Aurel is one of many. Without Aurel, we cannot have the winter. The winter precedes the spring.
So you would rather
in your
have
trust in your trust of Aurel, does that? I mean, do you trust that eventually she'll end the winter, or one of the other gods will stand up to restore the other seasons?
The gods do not interfere directly in this realm. Aurel must be aggrieved. Probably by your kind.
Hey. Our kind.
Well, he has a point. He has a point, Warren. We definitely have done quite a bit. Not us personally, but
A little
You
racist.
of the 10 towns, as you call it,
oh,
surely have brought this down upon us.
yeah.
we're
No, I don't think he's
we're
speaking
not
anything
from
about the
the
fact that
Tin
you're a
Towns.
tiefling, Warren.
Yeah. I'm from technically from Waterdeep, so just throwing that out there.
I'm from
Regardless,
south of the spine of the world.
he doesn't care where we are from, guys. What have the 10 towners done that you think Aurel's upset about?
That is not our affair. We simply seek to keep you from making it worse.
And how would one make it worse?
By not being dead, if you anger us, as those in the East have found.
I'm gonna parse that right now.
Well, it's certainly not our intent. We're only here to try and make things better. If we were trying to restore the seasons, would that go against anything that you hold in your beliefs?
It matters not, for you will not succeed.
I believe we're aligned in that area. Is there anybody in your tribe who's working towards this?
There are many Goliath tribes. Many have turned their service to Oral.
Are there any who work to restore the natural balance of things?
He shakes his head. That is not our way.
See, if we are in conflict with what Oral is working towards, would you stand in our way?
Our chieftains have agreed that if you towners make things worse, we are to stop you. If you incur into our territory, we are to stop you. The rest we don't care about. My scouts have been watching you. You do not seem a threat, but I do worry you anger Arl by taking away her trophy.
The trophy being Danica here?
He nods. It is said she collects them on Grimskull. Statues for her lonely island.
Where might one find this island, so that we could bring her trophy to her?
Shielded from the great winter. The island is in the middle of the sea.
Of moving ice?
The sea, he points to the northwest.
I see.
Yeah.
Do you think she'd like this trophy returned to her?
We know not. We don't know why she makes them, only that her chosen have that power.
Well, did he say his name was Congar?
That's not what he said, I don't think. But go
what
for
did he
it.
call himself?
Listen here, Comgar.
Romgar? Rogar?
Ronald.
Ronald.
He looks up at Warren. You may go, he says.
Well, it's very gracious of you, Comgar.
We just wanted a nice chat with you, man. You didn't have to be all mean to us.
Hey, Rod, he's not being mean. He's informing us of the rules of his territory and providing us the means by which he may not anger him. We appreciate it, sincerely. I gestured towards the Goliath.
The darkness is coming. Your small frames will freeze if you don't leave.
Woohoo.
We'll make haste.
We've been out after dark before, but we'll keep that into consideration.
He stands there as stoically and statuesque as possible, trying to be intimidating.
Thank you
You're
very
not-
much for all of your help. We'll be on our way now, I think. Anyone?
Have a good night, dude.
He nods at you very briefly. Okay, so back on the road?
Yeah, I mean that guy was a little much.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well after dark, you roll into the mining town of Tourmaline.
Nice. Conquering heroes.
Yep, you guys are pretty popular here. You
We're
can
pretty
still stay
popular
for free.
everywhere.
Oh, excellent.
We will stay for free.
Well, there are
Yeah.
a number of towns who will have started to hear of how you helped other towns and not their town, so you might not be as popular there.
Well, we'll get to it.
Get around.
Yeah, when they beg us, we'll help them out.
Are we staying?
I think so.
Yeah, for the evening it's dark, right? It's late. But then we can stay for free, so seems prudent.
I don't know if you need a rest, but here, have a rest.
I mean, technically, we need to
Thank you.
rest every day.
Yeah, the last rest you had was in the shelter of the dome.
Ah, yes, the dome. I remember it well.
Ah, yes, the dome. I remember it well.
Ah, yes, the dome. Okay, Bryn Shanner to Tourmaline is 6 hours by road, or 3, I guess, 3 hours by road, by dog. So
Excellent.
you heading out in the morning?
I think so. No reason
Yeah.
to stay, right?
After a nice breakfast of good berries.
Okay.
I get 10 extra hit points every day.
Yes, the temporary hit points. You sure do.
I mean, it's not cumulative.
No, I know. It just it's not showing up. So
Right.
he's got to do something.
How OP would that be if you got like 10 more
Heck
hit
yeah.
points every day? You'd very quickly become unmurderable.
Which is not a bad state to be in.
Thank you. I see him now.
You could punch a Trask to death after a year.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What?
So you roll into Bryn Shanner, and you're looking for the speaker, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. They're, she's easy to find. There's been a town council meeting, or a 10 towns council, what do they call that? Speakers meeting called.
Hmm.
And they are currently in session when you arrive this morning, so you're not allowed to see her right away. Her steward will gladly talk to you if that's appropriate, or you can wait until the session is over.
How long will the session be?
It's unknown. Sometimes they go all day.
What do y'all think would happen if we just walked in?
I don't think that's advisable.
What would you like to do?
I think we can wait a little while, see if it wraps up.
How long do we wait before we head out?
How long do you want to wait?
Couple of hours.
All right. Well, at noon, you see a commotion. They have apparently taken a break for lunch, and many meals are being carried in. The steward suggests that he might be able to get you a moment of her time if you think that's wise.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
All right. He leaves you for a moment, comes back and says, invites you to come on in.
Thank you.
You can see in the great hall they have many speakers and their staff all sort of pulled around tables, some of them sitting on the inside of the circular table, getting ready to take their meal. Duvessa is in her office, and the steward leads you in that direction.
Does any of the food look appetizing?
It is. It's the best that Bryn Shander has to offer.
Awesome. Do they all have their own individual meals, or is it more of like a buffet situation?
It's more of a buffet situation. I mean, each table is getting share plates.
Oh. Well, then take a few choice morsels as we go by.
Okay. The town speakers that you recognize push the plates closer to you as you approach. The ones that you don't give you dirty looks.
Come on, fellas.
A few minutes later, you're in Duvessa's office. She asks that you close the door.
I closed the door.
Was your mission a success? She says.
Well, we met the prisoner. We had an opportunity to speak with him. We have learned something of the Arcane Brotherhood's intentions here in this area. I don't think this prisoner himself is any threat at the moment. He seems locked up pretty effectively. So you've got nothing to worry about there. Effective.
Very good. Did you let the warden know of his plans to escape?
Oh, we figured it was kind of obvious.
Yeah, the warden seemed to have any escape opportunities locked down pretty tight.
Well, that's too bad. I had hoped she might put him on restriction.
Well, he was on restriction when we arrived.
So,
He
did were you able to discern what the Brotherhood's plans are for the 10 towns?
Somewhat, although we are missing some detail. It seems that the Brotherhood is searching for the Black Spire.
While you're speaking, she opens a drawer at the bottom of her desk and pulls out a small wooden chest.
All right. Have you heard of the Black Spire?
I have not.
It's Netherese in origin.
Well, that seems to be a good fit.
Yeah, it's attached to a city, and I forget the name of the city, unfortunately. But it's connected to their magic, and the Brotherhood apparently believes that the tower would give them the control of the tower would give them the ability to repair the city, which would, of course, grant them significant power that they could use.
Very well. Any idea where this tower might be?
He didn't say exactly, although we have some potential leads that we're trying to track down.
Very well. Thank you. She slides the chest over. I was able to procure a little extra gold for your efforts.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Thank you.
Is this tower of any concern to you in the 10 towns?
I think it will
Any
be.
interest?
We have another pressing matter. The council has not yet decided what to do. It seems at this rate we may not come to an agreement.
Is this a matter that we might be able to assist with?
We don't know much yet, only that we've caught Dwergar in and among our midst, searching for a rare crystal known as Chardolin.
Interesting.
Oh,
What is this Chardonnay?
It's black like onyx, smooth like glass.
And why do they search for it?
We don't yet know, but we're going to try and find out. We hope to capture one of these Dwergar alive.
Oh, have you only captured dead ones so far?
We've found evidence of dead ones, yes, and many, many missing items of Chardolin have been reported. The pieces of Chardolin that people have begun acting strangely as well.
Strangely, how so?
They seem to be moving, as though alive.
Would you consider them to be dangerous?
Our brightest minds are not yet decided. It's ominous, to be sure.
It sounds like it.
Should we find more, I may call on you again. I hope that would be satisfactory.
Of course, of course. And you, to be clear, you have not, you haven't spoken to or captured any actual Duergar yet. You just got evidence of their activity.
We have not yet captured any Dwergar. If you were able to capture one, that would be a great service to us as well.
Well, that can certainly be arranged. Oslo?
yeah, that ought to be fine.
Amy?
Yep, we could do that.
Sure.
Now I must eat, for we have much debate. Currently we're deciding whether or not to seize all of the Chardolin in the 10 towns for everyone's safety.
And what would you do with it?
That is exactly my objection. Seems
Yeah, it
unwise
seems
to
like
pile
kind
it all in one place where
Well, I
it
was
could
going
easily be
to-
stolen.
I was going to ask, well, not just stolen. Are you concerned that putting it all in one place might just be inadvisable in its own right?
Yeah, I mean, if it's moving, maybe it's moving towards one another.
It's an excellent point. I may raise that as well. I would prefer that we know more before we take any action. But I need not bore you with politics.
No, of
Well,
course.
I do have one question. If they did decide to do this, who would be carrying that out?
The individual speakers would be responsible for the collections in their towns, and they could do so according to their own laws and rules. We would have to, of course, decide where to keep the Chardolin. It's been suggested that perhaps we give it to the Battlehammer dwarves for safekeeping, but I think this just brings it closer to the Dwergar's hands. It's been suggested that we ship it south, but I fear we would be spreading a plague. As I mentioned, there's much discussion and thought that needs to be done, and I appreciate your help, but we'll have to come to our conclusions.
Of course.
For whatever reason, can I roll an insight check to see if putting all the Chardolin in one place seems like a good idea at all?
Sure.
Like, just whether or not there's any value to it?
You can't think of a reason for it or against it, really. You don't know.
All right. Yeah, y'all do whatever you want with it.
I certainly advise against it. It sounds like a really, really poor idea. I think probably one of the reasons why you haven't seen too much Duergar activity so far.
Well, this is some interesting information either way. So
Shardman fragments.
I think we're going to go find out what we can about this spire, where it might be, and maybe some more about what the Brotherhood's intentions might be with respect to it. But if we learn anything about these Duergar and their plans or activities, we'll find out what we can about that as well.
Wonderful. You've been great allies to the 10 towns. And I'll be sure and remind every speaker in there that this is true.
Thank you.
One last thing. I'm sorry, guys. We can leave really soon. I just had one question. Miss Shane, Speaker Shane, Madam Shane. What is your honorific?
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. Yes, Your Majesty Shane.
You may call me Duvessa, please.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. Not normally with this stuff. Anyway, Duvessa, one of our friends got turned to ice after they were killed by one of Aural's things. Are you familiar at all with anybody who, could undo that?
She stands up. She seems somehow offended.
Oh.
We have nothing to do with that. Nothing. Those rumors are false. And no, I can't help you.
Wait, what? I didn't say there are any rumors. I was just hoping you might know, being a speaker and all.
Please. Let's part friends. As you can see, I've brought more gold than we agreed upon, and I would love the opportunity to call on you again.
Well,
of course. Well, no, that's thank you for your. It's very gracious of you.
Lauren, if they know any. All right. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Thanks for your generosity, Duvessa.
Thank you for all your service.
Of course, Your Worship.
Guys, what was that?
That was suspicious.
They know something. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. More than they let on.
I mean, if they know anything, like, we gotta.
Maybe one of the other speakers.
So are you guys, where are you going? Because you can't stay here. She would like you to leave her office.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I imagine that we were already,
I assumed we'd
that
left.
was the end of the scene.
Okay.
No, we're just going to make camp in our office.
No, that's fine. I didn't know if you wanted to head over into the speaker's hall and I would have to
No,
kick you out of
100%.
there.
I imagine, like, what are we gonna do at this point? Like, we planned to only like stop in this town for like 30 minutes, right? So
Yeah.
um,
Well, what about who would we say is the what's the next most friendly speaker? The Caradenival
one
guy.
who passed us food.
oh, we have that one guy that we let stay in power.
Yeah, I was just saying the Caradenival guy
Way
might
back when.
owe us, and we're headed there anyway.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
he knows
friendly,
something.
but he at least like owes us a favor.
Yeah, kind of.
Who was the one that had like the ghost lady that we murdered?
The ghost lady.
You remember?
East Haven.
East Haven.
She was like tied up to the pole.
Oh yeah. I don't remember him being super friendly.
Well, you did break into
I
the
think-
speaker's hall.
This is true. Well, but then we did give him that
we got
giant
that quest to
cauldron.
get the cauldron.
We gave him the cauldron, so they're eating well. So Caradenival or East Haven, we might. I guess both of those speakers are probably here at the moment, but
The Caradenival guy seemed like kind of a chump.
yeah, a little
He
bit.
was a bad ruler, but Puffley didn't want to depose the existing power.
I have no recollection of that.
Right.
That's because you're Warren.
Yeah.
Anyway,
very much. So.
I'm fine with us going to Caradenival. That was where we were going to go anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, and East Haven is in the same direction, so we can, if we want to take a detour or head there afterwards, that's an option. I mean, both speakers are here at the moment; they're not in those towns. So, or is
Well,
that
what do you guys want to do,
Oh.
Nini, Arid?
I want to try to talk to the speakers before they leave town.
Okay, that's a good idea. What do you want to check in with them?
See if they are willing to share more info than she was, because that was suspicious.
Okay, so maybe, that's actually probably a really good idea. Could we maybe try and find out where the speakers are staying while they're here? And then, like we said, the Daredevil and the East Haven both kind of owe us a favor, so.
Yeah, I think the East Haven guy, in fact, I think he had some animosity towards the Bryn Shander speaker.
Oh, that's a good point.
Didn't he? Didn't he want us to? Yeah, I got the impression from when we spoke to him that he had maybe some rivalry with her or something. Maybe I imagined that.
I don't remember at all.
I don't know, Bob.
You don't
What
know
do we
Bob. I'm
recollect?
Bob. Everybody knows Bob.
I mean, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't remember.
you recalling correctly. Somewhat envious that she's the leader of the speakers.
Yeah.
So I guess he was just resentful of that.
Well, or he wants her job, or both.
Right.
Politics,
Yeah, I think probably first order of business is figuring out where they're staying.
All right, how would you like to go about figuring out where they're staying?
Is there a Hampton Inn?
There is not a Hampton Inn.
I was gonna say the tavern probably is a good bet to get some intel.
I'm sure the receptionist lady, she would know where they're staying.
Oh yeah, that's an idea.
So you're going to ask the steward?
Yes.
He's reluctant to tell you. I'll need a persuasion check.
One of our charisma people can do that.
Well, she can.
I do not have a high charisma, y'all. Is somebody
Well, I have a
else
negative
wanna?
one. I'm definitely not gonna be able to.
I have a 0.
Okay, Warren.
Oh.
What is your persuasive technique?
That's a good question. What are we trying to find out? Where the speakers are staying?
Yes.
We're talking to the steward.
Yes.
Um, I don't know how we would get that information.
We've got a good roll here, so it's going to work. I just didn't know how to respond.
Yeah, just
Paint us a picture with your words, oh demon warlock man.
We just want to make sure that they are comfortable and safe for the evening. It's dangerous out there. We've found this out in our travels, so we just want to make sure that the speakers of the 10 towns are secure.
You needn't worry about that, he says. Several of the citizens along the road to the southwest gate have given up their homes, and they're under guard. They'll be in full view of the watch all night long and well patrolled.
So they're all at different homes.
The citizens of Bryn Shander occasionally are displaced. You'll find them up at the Northlook. But the speakers and their retinue are all staying along the row of houses toward the southwest gate. If you don't believe me, it's being patrolled now. You could go and look for yourself.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. Indeed. What was the guy's name from East Haven?
I unfortunately don't have notes from that, I don't think.
East Haven speaker.
I have the speaker, Ronaldo.
Wasn't it Dalen?
Whalen.
Whalen.
Deneth Whalen.
Daneth. That's what it was. I know there's a D in there somewhere. Daneth Whalen.
Yeah, so the steward is basically describing this row of houses. Let me draw you a line. Right through there.
Oh, there.
Or where?
The little white line. The
On the left.
Oh, I see it.
western half of the city.
Right. Got it. The white was very subtle.
It is a little subtle.
Well,
But
don't
it's-
change it.
No, it's because my dice are white. But anyway, what would you like to do?
You guys want to stake it out? See if we can see where he goes and maybe find an opportunity to speak with him.
I mean, I don't feel a particular need to engage stealthily, but if you guys want to, I'm more than happy to. I'll go support here. I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Oh, I have some really good tricks up my sleeve, actually. I
Yeah.
can vortex warp somebody in. I have fog cloud to obscure
Oh,
their
yeah.
passage.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, let's just we don't have to, I mean, we don't need to be real surreptitious about it, but at the same time I don't want to be super obvious. I mean, can we just kind of
You know, while we're waiting, in the meantime, maybe we could like go to the tavern and you know just kind of like ask of some people who are here, maybe those displaced people.
yeah.
Nini, any ideas?
Oh no, I don't care either way. I will go
Alright.
with y'all.
So the North look then?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I think so.
that's a good idea.
The Northlook.
As promised, this is bustling with people, many of
Sure.
them working on full plates of food. The old adventurer who runs the place is working his tail off to keep up with business.
Anyone hungry?
Absolutely.
Nope, I ate my food for the day.
Does it seem like there's anything in need of repairs or anything like you know, because it's been pretty busy. Anything that could use touching up? Trying to lend this guy a hand a little bit.
Well, remember, he's the one that was trying to screw you with the overly inflated tab.
Oh yeah.
But yes,
mind.
there's always
Never
a thing or
mind.
two in a place like this. He
Thank you
sees
for
you
reminding
come
me of
in and throws up his right hand. We're full! Oh, it's you.
Oh, it's you.
Try not to be so happy about it. Hey, I should ask, by the way, how much money did she give us?
Would you like that to find it?
Well, I'm just curious what she gave us. We never actually asked.
400
Oh
gold.
wow,
Okay.
nice.
Right. Well, yeah. Can we get something to eat and drink here?
I still ain't been paid for your tab from before. And now I gotta put up all these folk.
You mean that highway robbery?
I'm running a business. Same as you.
No, we aren't robbing people.
Sure you are. I had your job before you have it. Where do you think all that gold and treasure came from? You killed it, killed somebody and took it off them.
Fair point. Fair point.
Anyway, I'll just add it to the speakers tab. Sure, come on in.
I'm sure she won't mind.
I hope she does.
Mm-hmm. I hope she doesn't. If she objects to it, you might not get paid.
Well, she'd be pretty far off, upsetting the only innkeeper in town.
Well,
Anyway.
regardless, what's been causing all this commotion? All the speakers here? Got a crowd?
Secret meeting. Don't know what it is.
Sounds ominous.
Does.
On secret.
Have to be an emergency to do it this way, too. What have you heard?
Well, we were hoping to ask you the same. We haven't really heard too much. We just got back there delivering some information we had from our adventuring out there.
Yeah. We've been out in the snow.
Been pretty well divorced from all this happenings. Anybody had any juicy gossip while you've been serving all these people?
Oh, there's always a story or two being told.
What's the best one?
Well, consults the table.
They say that there are frost giants active up on the hill.
The hill.
Have they said anything about what's going on with the speakers or anybody who's been displaced? Those who are
Oh, this lot.
housing.
That happens every time there's a meeting. It's usually just once a year, though.
You know where those families are that have been displaced?
He points at the full tables across the tavern.
Well, any of them had anything interesting to share? Any juicy gossip about the speakers?
I ain't heard anything.
Well, maybe you haven't been listening hard enough. Oslo trots off to go just mosey. I think what he's going to do is just kind of mosey around and see if he can hear any good gossip going on around the tables.
All right. Let's do investigation.
Oh, that's a good one. Bad roll, but 11 total.
Okay, you're able to confirm that what the speaker has told you is probably true. They're worried about the Chardolin. You don't know why or to what extent or what their plans are, but that's some people grumbling that they got kicked out of their houses over some pesky crystals.
Anyone heard anything about any Duergar?
Nope. No mention of any Durgar.
I come back and I report to the party, trying to stay out of earshot of Mr. Barkeep over there.
Ramsacks.
It's easy. He has to come and go so often that you can just pick a time when he's off pouring a drink.
Yeah, it sounds like there's nothing really interesting going on. Mostly just that they're frustrated about the Chardolin. You might want to chat with a few of them, see who's maybe hosting the East Haven or the Caradenival speakers. Nini, if that's still your plan.
Yeah, that's still the plan.
Okay. Well, skipping ahead a bit after engaging those folks in conversation, it becomes pretty clear they don't know. They just are required to give up their homes, and the guard takes them over for as long as the meeting runs, and then they get them back, and they don't even clean them. They have to clean up the mess.
It's rude.
That's scandalous.
Mhm.
It is scandalous.
But they're not asked or told. much other than when they can come back.
You ought to see if you can get some sort of reimbursement. That's crazy. No taxation without representation. Am I right?
That's a good idea.
You're correct, sir. Scramsax is you have any kind of in town here? It looks like a sizable enough town. Is there any reputable healers? Maybe a temple or something?
House of the Morning Lord.
They do good work there.
Oslo elbows Nini as he says that. Morning Lord, that's your dude, right?
No, I don't think so.
Pretty sure it is.
No, that's totally him, Nini. It's the Morning Lord. Morning Lord's your dude who brought you back to life and everything.
Oh, okay. He didn't give me his name, so I would just recognize him on sight.
That's true. He is pretty hard to miss. Be glowing
Very
light
bright.
of a person. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a companion here. I wouldn't go so far as a friend, but an acquaintance, a business partner sorts, who could use a little help. Maybe they'll be able to help at the House of the Morning Lord.
Yep. Barkeep thinks that's a good idea.
She's a little on the frozen side at the moment. You ever seen anything like that before?
He sort of looks. He's. You've been talking to the speaker.
No.
No, we've just been killing people and they turn.
Yeah.
Warren, help me out here.
Well, we were outside the city. We were doing. We had traveled somewhere to meet someone, and there was a situation. We were attacked. We had to defend ourselves, as one does, But it seems one of our companions was injured, gravely injured, even, and by the time things had wrapped up, she was frozen as a block of ice. And obviously we're quite concerned about this. We're not entirely sure how to help her out. So,
lad, you're gonna want to be more specific. Was she frozen like a hunk of meat, all frosted over and white, or was she frozen clear blue, like the ice?
Clear blue. It was like her blood turned ice.
Yeah, it's like that.
Well, you ought to go see Devessa, because it's entirely her fault.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Oral's poetry, they say.
It's poetry.
Can you tell us more?
Well, he knocks on wood, throws a pinch of salt over his shoulder. God's willing, that won't be one of us someday. Running around turning people into ice. East Haven's got the right idea. When they have to give their sacrifice, if they tie you to the stake, burn you good and crisp. Bryn Shander's idea, working for Oral, if you ask me.
How do they do it?
They put you out in the cold. The old ladies say that that's where the walkers come from.
Oh, you don't say.
But isn't there any way to undo it once it's been done?
I ain't no wizard, boy. Beyond me.
How'd you do anything then?
I used to be more of the sneaking and stabbing type.
That makes a lot of sense.
Your view is sacrifices burning would be better?
It'd be better not to do it at all. The speakers do as they will. I've heard other cities sacrifice to the cold the entire town. Go one night with no heat, no fire.
This is true. We've come across that.
Nobody dies.
We saw one town where they were just giving food to the cold. That was interesting. Honestly, it all seems just kind of weird. Like, it's a god. Why would a god care about, that?
Oh, it's been a while since I studied that sort of thing, but I seem to recall they all like you to bend the knee.
True. Interesting.
And is Oral not appeased by these sacrifices?
Yeah, when is it going to be enough?
Between us, I haven't seen it change a whit. It
You think
ain't
at a
got
certain
better.
point you just like
It ain't got worse.
isn't there that saying, definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result?
I seen a fella go insane once. Wasn't quite what it was.
Wait, but that wasn't what I... Okay. How'd he turn?
Started killing everybody. Gouged out his own eyes. Real mess.
Wow.
What do you suppose would happen
I
if you
cast a side eye over at Arod.
like a level 3 side eye?
Shouldn't go insane.
Noted.
Or gouge out your eyes.
What do you suppose would happen if you stopped with the sacrifices?
That's beyond my pay grade. I don't mind pissing her off, but the entire council decides when a city changes what they do.
Sure, I understand it's their decision, but surely you've got an opinion.
My opinion, I say let it stay cold. As you can see, warm place like mine does some good business.
Makes sense.
If people want to warm up, they can head on south.
If they can. All right, so Nini, what's the thought here? Do you want to track down the speaker? What time is it, by the way, Bob?
It's
Afternoon.
yeah, lunch is wrapping up. It's close to 1 or so.
What do you guys think? You want to stay and try to talk to one of the speakers, or do you just want to head out?
Yeah, I don't know. Nini, what was the plan?
Well, I think the innkeeper confirmed our suspicions that there was something going on there, something brewing with the different approaches on the towns, and some making sacrifices, some not.
We maybe want to ask one of the other speakers about if they know how to undo this, or is it more so just kind of we need to confront Duvessa and. I'm still kind of in the dark.
I don't think
I
don't know enough. I don't know enough to confront her. I don't even know what to confront her about. I'm lost.
I'm not really sure I want to confront her at this point. I mean, she's an ally for now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what I gather is that she's decided to make Bryn Shander's sacrifices to Oral just be putting people out in the cold. And that
it doesn't really seem like that would be connected with people freezing when they die, though.
Well, but
she even said she's not responsible for it.
Well, yeah, but this guy seems to believe that maybe that decision is what led to it. Maybe that's why she's defensive about it.
Yeah, but he's a crazy old ex-adventurer.
Well, that's true. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I suspect she's got some pressure. This guy is probably not the only person who believes that, you know?
Yeah, there's probably a reason for it anyway. Well, I'm fine either way. What do you guys want to do?
I'd like to get some help for the frozen lady, but I'm not sure we're going to find any. I guess we could try the House of the Morning Lord.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
They might have a
at the very
defrost
least-
spell.
They may even be able to just like hold on to her, and
Yeah.
you can probably trust that they wouldn't do anything. You know, like
Well, yeah, because I don't really want to travel around with her.
Yeah,
to
that
drop
too.
her off somewhere.
you don't want the Goliaths, giving us the dead eye every time that we
Yeah,
roll
exactly.
by.
Let's go to the House of the Morning Lord. Let's see if we can find some help for her, and otherwise, maybe they can prop her up in a corner or something.
Yeah, and if we're leaving her somewhere, that at least that's a healer place.
Okay, so you make your way through the streets, heading toward the House of the Morning Lord. It's relatively empty when you head inside.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my sound? Come on, sound.
Go gadget sound.
This one's just quiet. Did you ring that bell?
I sure as shit did.
Okay. Anyway, when Nini enters, her clothing lights as though being illuminated by the candles, but 1,000-fold. She's glowing ever so slightly. All of the priests and priestesses turn toward her direction in awe.
Hey, everybody! It's just us with the avatar of the Morning Lord.
I am, fully living this out. So Nini throws out her arms like way up at the sky.
They fall
I've
to their
arrived.
knees. Praise the Morning Lord!
Oh gosh.
This is amazing.
What did he say? What were his words of wisdom? Surely he told you something.
He appeared to us, and he blessed our friend, and he spoke some words before he departed.
I was I was on mute. I'm not ready to reveal the words of the divine.
Oh, smart.
What a wise avatar you must be. We are at your service. Anything we can do.
Thank you. We have a companion with us who's frozen. Do you know how to heal her?
They bring over a large wooden box with a coin slit in the top. He opens it up, scoops out a handful of gold, and hands it directly to you.
No. We don't need any. We don't need any
What
cash.
the hell is this?
We're flush.
The offering
With
was
cash
meager
available.
this morning, but the avatar should take it.
No.
Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. We need help for this friend.
Like a medical help, or perhaps some healing, or a spell of some sort. Maybe some
Okay.
prayer.
So you make it clear that you're talking about the frozen friend. The head priest's face sinks just a little. She is beyond our power. Not
What do you know about?
not without
Go ahead.
access to a high priest, at least.
Where's the nearest high priest?
Luskin, most likely.
Ah, bugger.
There is hope, though.
Oh,
If you can negotiate it, it is said that the druids can do it.
You
We know
mean
some
you mean
druids.
Arl's people, or any druid?
Any druid, it's the nature of the magic, though the form she returns is said not to be certain.
Wait, what?
She may
What do you
come
mean,
back
not
as
certain?
something else.
Oh,
You mean
like a pet cemetery situation?
No, fully intact in mind, but of a renewed body. The druidic magic is strange to us, but it could be that of a beautiful person or perhaps an elk of the north. It just seems to depend.
You mean like a reincarnation?
Yes.
Well, shit.
This is known to work.
So you've encountered this before?
Yes. Oral's Scourge does this to any it lights upon.
We were hoping for a little bit more of a standard restoration, like just getting her back to normal. Is there nobody who can do something like that?
She is well and truly dead. Her soul is probably upon the wall of judgment now.
Oh.
Dang.
So the frozenness is just a it's just incidental,
State of the
really.
corpse.
The goddess Oral preserves them in this way. It is said she puts them in her garden.
She's like some sort of messed up Medusa.
But you're convinced that she's well and truly dead.
Yes. If you could somehow transform her body from ice, it might be possible to bring her back as she is, but we don't possess this magic.
Should we just find a place to bury her or something?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best case. That's some harsh news.
Yes, it's unwelcome news.
But we appreciate you telling the truth. It's hard to bear, but
We would not dare lie in front of the avatar of the Morning Lord.
Oh no.
I was going to ask about the priestess that you mentioned. What makes you say that a priestess could possibly help?
The druids possess magic that can give the deceased a renewed body. This solves rather elegantly the problem of the ice.
Oh, okay. By priestess, you meant druid. Gotcha.
They're thought to roam the wood. I've not been out myself.
Yes, we've met some.
The
Thank you.
Goliath have them among their ranks as well, though be cautious, many worship Oral.
yeah, I
Mhm.
doubt we'd find. We had a run-in with them a little earlier, and they're not really interested in going against. You said many worship Oral. Are there any who are rogue or allied with 10 towns?
There are none who ally with the towns, no. Little is known about them and their culture. There are factions east of East Haven that sometimes come into town and trade, but it's rare that you even see them.
I see.
Well, you've been very helpful.
Yeah, we appreciate it. It's a bummer.
Nini, give them a little taste. What did the Morning Lord say to you? Maybe don't tell them the whole message. Maybe just give them like a taste.
Their faces beam
No,
as though they're about to open
Um,
Christmas presents.
I cannot reveal the word, but I stretch out my hands in front of me and I say, blessings on all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please come back. We should like to gather the congregation so you could speak to them.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yes, thank you.
you should do that. You should. Upon our return, Nini will speak to the congregation and perhaps reveal some of the wisdom of the Morning Lord.
I just give you
hey.
a, are you serious? eye.
You could tell them anything; they'll believe it.
No.
You guys mentioned that our friends, like, she's gone. Is there? I mean, do you guys do funeral services for? I know, like, she's there. She wouldn't go into a coffin or anything like that. But, like, I don't know. What do you guys do for this?
We believe in cremation as the clearest path to the heavens.
Wise choice.
I see. I mean, but she's ice, though.
Would she just melt?
She does.
Ah,
I guess the ice would evaporate.
We have done this before.
Would you mind
could we trouble you
laying
for
her to rest for us?
a
Of course.
burning? No.
We will do anything in service of the Avatar and her companions.
I turned to Warren and just kind of gesture like, you mind giving me a hand?
Yeah, no, of course.
I imagine we would go and retrieve Danica and then...
Yeah, from the sled.
Okay. Okay. They perform the rites, and we'll perform
Anyone
the
wanna say a few
cremation
words?
at dusk.
Nothing, like, super formal, but Oslo just kind of mentions as this is going on, makes a few vows to Danica that he'll continue the work, researching the Chwinga. He'll look after Echo and little buddy, and we'll do what we can. And if there's anything that he can do, we'll make Arl pay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
if there's nothing else on the way out, he's gonna leave 10 gold, like, surreptitiously,
Okay.
so that they find it.
Okay.
Truly the blessing of the Morning Lord.
All right, guys. What's next?
Does Nini know, with her knowledge of history and religion and stuff, does she know what an avatar is?
Yes, she'd be.
Yeah, that's
familiar
pretty
with that
common
concept.
knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably not accurate in this case,
Yeah.
but it's
Like,
an assumption
state
that
it
the believers would certainly make.
Yeah, like they actually believed you were the Morning Lord.
Yeah, I know. Just didn't know what would be common knowledge in this situation.
Sure.
Everything is common knowledge.
Well, are we splitting town here?
You want to go now, or do you guys want to stay the night and get out in the morning?
Let's
Yeah, you said it was
let's be
afternoon,
prettier.
right?
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
got to be. It's gonna be late by the time we
Or,
get the
yeah, well,
burning and all that.
Yeah, if you stay for the cremation, it's going to happen at sunset.
Ah, okay. Then I guess we'll stay the night.
Okay.
Yeah. Start out fresh and.
All right. Are you going to crowd into the Northlook?
Is there any lower key tavern?
Not here, no.
We don't have any other friends in town. Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay, all the private rooms are taken, but there's
Oh, is there no like quarters at the House of the Morning Lord?
they do allow people to sleep in the church. Yes.
You guys just want to bunk down here so it's less crowded?
I'm good with that.
Yeah, it's fine.
I love rocking the glowing
Yeah.
mithril.
Makes it a bit hard to sleep. Can you turn that out?
It's not every day I look like a princess or a goddess, okay?
Okay. So they annoy you with sort of fangirl looks throughout the evening, but otherwise nobody messes with you, and the morning comes. And then I guess you pack up and depart?
I think so.
Okay.
So much rolling.
There's always rolling. Why would there not be rolling?
I count on the rolling.
This is a game based entirely off of rolling.
All right, so as you're headed down the east way, you get about halfway down, you meet the caravan going the opposite direction.
Oh my gosh, the caravan. Guys, it's the caravan.
Oh,
They're heading for Bryn Shander.
it sounds like it's time to make our confrontation, right? I missed the session where you guys got the information on what you were looking at for the caravan.
There's a guy. There's a guy who travels with the caravan. He seems to be immune to the cold. Doesn't wear a jacket.
And is that all? Aren't you
There
guys
was
like
something
wanting
else,
to
but
like
it's
murder
been-
him or something?
It's been a while. Like there was a reason we wanted to talk to him. It was he did something maybe, or there was a rumor.
Yeah, it's rumored that people are cheating the lottery so that they don't
Oh,
have
yes,
to
yes.
take their turn. And it's rumored that he murders people who cheat the lottery.
That's what it was.
That's crazy.
I don't really need to talk with them.
I don't know. Do we see him with the caravan?
He's hard to miss. Yep.
Sure.
Mm.
Hmm.
I mean, were we given any kind of reward for investigating this?
Mm-mm.
I
Were
feel
we
like he's
incentivized in
No.
any way?
He's got to be some
step
kind
into this?
of. He's got to be some kind of minion of Oral or something. If he's wandering around in this bitter cold with no jacket on.
True. And murdering him would be like dealing damage to her.
I probably. Ahoy there, caravan!
Okay. The lead wagon comes to a stop. You can see the man sitting there on the shotgun side. He's got long black hair with a shock of white going down the side. He's not wearing a coat. Seems completely unfazed by the cold. Sitting next to him is an old-looking shield dwarf woman with deep scars running down her face. She waves. "We seek safe passage," she says.
I don't think you're very safe with that murderer there with you.
Just gonna throw that right
Yeah.
out there.
No hi, remember us, nothing.
She says, "My bodyguard is paid well to keep me alive."
Yeah? And what about to make unalive those who cheat the lottery?
Those rumors are not true.
No?
And even if they were, shouldn't cheat. right?
What if it's been rigged?
Not our concern. We don't participate in any of them anyway.
Well, it
We're
should
just
be if
trying
your
to
guy
get to
there's
Bryn
murdering
Shander
people.
because we've been told that's where all the speakers are.
What's your business with the speakers?
We intend to do business. And you can't do business with the towns when the speakers aren't home.
How is it that you're able to I kind of gesture
Endure.
vaguely at his lack of
His
winter
nakedness.
garb.
He looks back at you with striking blue eyes, as blue as a frozen lake.
Mm-mm.
Or as a
Smiles,
frozen corpse.
smiles a handsome grin, and says, "It just isn't cold enough yet to bother me."
About what's
Not
the temp?
ominous.
Like it's
I mean, it would kill a normal person. Eventually.
well, then you aren't. You're there's something wrong with you.
Well, they say
You're
it was
unnatural.
They
You're
say
an aberration.
it's from being born on the midwinter. Happens from time to time.
Hmm.
And it's just convenient enough that it just so happens to be in this area. Never heard of anybody south of this region. I wouldn't think a blessing from one like Oral would be worth anything. It's more of a curse than a blessing, wouldn't you say?
He turns to the woman sitting next to him and says, "Torga, why don't you guys move on ahead? I'll stay back here and work this out with our friends."
You know what? That actually sounds fine to me. Our business isn't with you; it's with this one. I mean, when I say to you, I mean to the dwarf lady.
Yeah.
She sort of twists her lip a little bit. Fine. She whips the axe beak into motion. The bird caws and starts pulling the wagon. Suffolk hops off and the caravan lumbers by.
Who was it that wanted this guy? Or did we just hear rumors about it?
I think you heard rumors
I mean, I
about
think
it.
we just heard that he's a murderer.
Right.
As the last caravan wagon slips into the fog, he grins and possibly a white smile and says, "What is it that you'd have with old Suffolk?"
Well,
Well,
ideally that the murder stop. But I don't think you're going to. I don't think they stop until you stop.
Well, let's say I was doing the work of the Frostmaiden. Shouldn't someone do that? Isn't
No.
it important?
No, it's actually the opposite of being supposed to be done. In fact, the work of the Frostmaiden is what's putting this whole region, keeping it stagnant, kind of like the snow, holding everybody back, keeping us from progress, sunny days.
Look, I'm unarmed. I propose no threat to you. If you wish to haul me in front of the speakers to be judged," he puts his wrists together in front of him, "so be it."
Maybe we'll just bring them your head.
I've done good work in the 10 towns. I've served my community well.
What sort of work?
Work with a quick blade. More merciful than they deserve.
I am going to...
Blast him.
No. I'm going to say, you know what? We both let the gods decide. But we're not going to let Auril decide. We're going to let the Morning Lord decide.
That's right.
And
It's a face-off, a showdown between Nini and this guy.
Warren. I was going to cast Augury to see what the Morning Lord had to say.
I see.
Oh, I thought that's where you're going to. I was going to get ready.
No, I was going to use that. And I think actually for this, can I make the Augury thing for the Morning Lord like the star, the summer star? Can I have it like depending on the alignment of the of like the rings? It's either wheel woe or wheel and woe.
Sure.
Yeah. So what I want to do is it takes a minute, and so I imagine what happens here is that I'm casting this spell, and over the course of the minute of the casting, the sphere is like spinning and orienting itself, and at the end, if like all the bars are vertical or the things are vertical, it would be wheel. If they're horizontal, it would be woe. If they're like a
Just very
mixture
concentrated.
diagonal, it would be wheel and woe. And then if it's nothing.
What if it explodes like it did before? And what does that tell us?
Well, no, we already. Hopefully it doesn't, because the exploding was because of the unchained,
Yeah, that's right.
bridled power.
Okay.
I guess it also should emit like some kind of light, because there's also a nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad. So like it'll emit light and do one of those things, and if it just kind of like goes silent, then like if the light just kind of like goes out, then it's nothing. Results that aren't especially good or bad. And so I want to do this, and I want to essentially like be asking the Morning Lord, would the death of this guy be good for the 10 towns?
And we all just stand there humming for 60 seconds, tapping our foot while we wait for
Okay.
Well, I mean, I would explain this and be like, you know, this is if you guys aren't on board, you just want to kill him. Cool.
No. We'll talk to him while you do your thing.
Okay.
What do you know of Auril's designs and her plans for this place?
He looks across the landscape to either side. It's glorious, isn't it?
You could call it that. What business did you have with the town speakers?
I have no business with them.
Oh, it was the lady dwarf.
She runs a tight ship. It's been my privilege to watch her back.
When was your last murder?
3 nights ago.
So you don't deny it?
I'm doing the Frostmaiden's work.
And what was your victim's crime? What did they do to deserve your punishment?
It was one of the keepers of the guard in East Haven. I put a dagger deep in his spine and slit his throat. That'll teach him to keep his hand out of the lottery box, won't it?
Well,
Can't really learn a lesson when there's no blood left in your body.
I only wish I had the power to turn him to ice. I'm so jealous of that.
Oh, are you not the favored one of the Frostmaiden?
Oh, I am favored. But that would be nice.
Well, maybe when we're done with you, your body will be the one that turns to ice.
Mm.
And what is the result of the augury?
Yeah.
The Morning Lord approves of you killing this person.
Mm-hmm.
And I put away the orb, and I imagine that we would roll initiative. Or can we just like kill him?
Well, as we see Oslo wrap up his thing, I kind of look like send him an inquiring look about what he's learned.
Like you're looking at Oslo?
Yeah.
Oh, so like I will be saying that and
Huh.
and noting like, yeah, he's dead. Yeah, we killed him.
Well, then I turn and look back at the guy, draw my sword, and I say, Sefik, 98% of us will die at some point in our lives. Darkness is creeping towards you, whether you know it or not.
That seems a little low.
And then I roll for initiative.
Against A-Rod.
We all rolling for initiative.
I hope so.
Unless you want to
Position
sit it out.
yourselves where you wish to be.
Well, this seems fine.
How do I move myself? It doesn't let me move
There you go.
either of my characters.
You should be good now. A blade of ice forms out of thin air into his hand.
Unarmed my ass.
I'll take that blade out of your corpse.
You're about as unarmed as I am without my wand.
Okay, Oslo.
And I'm
Assuming
gonna hit him
everybody's
with
in
the
position.
firebolt.
All right.
I'm gonna hit him with my firebolt. I'm gonna burn him
To a crisp.
with my firebolt. And then I'm going to move over here with me. Wizards sticking together. Oh, let me pull up the tracker. Alright, Imar. Shoot him to death.
She's actually going to run in and punch him in the face. No, she's not.
Seems suboptimal.
Maybe she just hates the guy.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. How did that even hit? Good damage. And then her squirrel is going to get, and he's going to do a. Oh my! I don't remember how these
Oh,
work.
hold on. He should not be unconscious or prone. Okay, carry on.
So he's going to do a charge attack.
Okay.
So where is that?
It's on his actions.
Yeah, I don't see the actual attack on it. Is it the cast?
If you expand the charge out,
Oh, there we go. Attack. No, it doesn't have anything there.
well, that's the so you put the effect on him.
Well, but first, I have to make the attack. Oh, there it is. It's the same as for them all.
Yeah.
So, alright, hit. Now damage. So it's D6 damage. You're going to have to add this because the roll on it doesn't work. So 6 damage.
Okay.
And then he got knocked prone, correct?
He needs to save, right? Strength save,
Yeah, DC 12. Want me to drop it on him?
please.
All right. So he did not. He saved.
Okay.
So, in turn.
All right. Snow swirls up around him from his feet to his toes. And he appears behind Oslo. One icy longsword attack. And one icy dagger attack. And now it's Warren.
That was Arid, not Oslo.
Arid, sorry.
Oh. I was I was acting as though I was going to hit the Aaron that was the one that got hit.
It was Arid that got... I mean, that's the position I wanted him to jump to.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I've got my sword out, and then I just stride a couple of steps towards where he is now and engage him. As I take those couple of steps towards him, I mutter a few words and put Hexblade's curse on him.
Okay. He's right beside you, so...
Yeah, well, I was walking towards him where he was until he stepped away, so take a couple of steps back.
Gotcha.
And sword. Where's my sword? Here we go. Yeah, so Hexblade's curse is on him, and longsword. There's a hit. Nice. That does, because the Hexblade curse, it does extra damage. Proficiency bonus, so 2 extra damage.
How much? 2?
Yeah, 2 extra. I don't have a thing for it or anything, so.
Got it.
And I guess that's it.
Okay, Mr. Windrunner.
All right. I don't really believe in doing this in combat. So I am going to change into a panther. And
Okay.
that is my turn.
Eenie.
I am going to shoot firebolt at him.
Okay.
That's smart. Fire's probably good against him. If he likes the cold.
That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, and damage. I scratched him.
Cool.
And then I've got a bonus action that's new, Dragon's Breath. I can put that on. Let's see who's closest and next. I do. Oslo. Oslo, you want me to give you Dragon's Breath?
Is that even a question?
Okay, here you go. Hang on.
That's that spell that would then allow me to shoot,
Yeah.
what, 3d6 fire?
I don't know if I cast that right. Wait, yes, so it says I cast it at you, save 16 for...
Well, I think you just cast it, and then I get the ability to shoot breath, right?
Yes, but I don't know how to make it work on here.
I think I need to drag the dragon's breath onto my character sheet, which I can do. That's fine.
Here, I'll read to this while you do that. You touch one willing creature and imbue it with the power to spew magical energy from its mouth, and in this case, you choose fire. Until the spell ends, the creature can use an action to exhale energy of that for a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw, taking 3d6 damage. on a failed saving throw or half as much damage on a successful one.
Cool.
So either way, he would get damage.
Okay.
So that's the power that I have.
Yeah. Okay, but I assume you have to do that on your action, right?
Yeah, it's on my turn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I've got to hit the end button. Okay.
Those guys are hiding.
I guess I do have some effects here, Bob, for the curse thing, so I dropped them on there. If it's not appropriate to take them off.
No, it's good. The cursed on
I
him
think-
and the
Oh,
power
one
on you,
underneath?
right?
Yeah. All right.
I can move into this position, and I won't hit either Warren or Arad with this fire breath, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. Gonna have him save. Failure, heck yeah. Here we go. Boom.
Okay.
As I breathe fire over him, I shout that we'll make sure that Arl can't even recover his body.
All right. So, Imar is going to come over here, and she is going to commit a murder.
Okay.
Very good. Big murder damage. And then Mr. Squirrel is going to come over here and maul and miss.
Well, it doesn't hit.
Oh. Well, then take some damage.
Okay.
Big murder damage.
Jesus.
That's a strong squirrel.
All right. So he misty steps over behind Nini.
No.
The misty steps.
Hits her with a sword.
Oh, nice.
And it does cold damage.
Absorbed.
And swings at her with a dagger.
I think it's a temp HP. Misses.
Actually, wait. Before, hold on. Before I pass that turn, he's gonna run. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Whack him with your quarterstaff.
Yes, you do get an opportunity attack.
Okay, magic missile.
Now it has to be a melee attack unless you've got a feat. Then it
Oh,
could be a
okay.
cantrip. Yep.
My feet was healing.
All right. So
I have daggers.
Sure. Do the dagger
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Wait. Can I do an opportunity attack on
No,
him
he
when
missed. He
he's...
stepped away.
Ow.
I've never done a melee attack. Hang on. Where's my dice?
It's at the top of your spell page.
Where you have the daggers, you'll do the little magnifying glass again.
I found it.
Or actually,
Thank
no,
you.
yeah, cool.
I've got 4 daggers, so can I throw 4 of them at him?
No, just the one. But that hits.
Okay. Yay!
And then where it says the 1d4,
I
plus
can
or
just
minus
grab
1.
that.
Yeah, just drop it on him.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's your turn, Warren.
Take that.
he,
Factor, know nothing before the morning lord.
he got out of range, so I'll close what distance I can to start with. think that's about right. Too far away for the sword, so I still have the sword out in one hand. With the other hand, just reach out and Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Damn it.
It sucks.
That does suck. Do I have anything else? Hold on. No, I guess not. All right, that's it.
Well, you get to use your pounce ability, Aaron.
All right. How far away from me is this guy?
Here.
All right. How does pounce work?
I don't know. Let's look.
I'm pulling it up right now. All right. So if I hit him with my claw attack, he gets knocked prone. But my bite does more damage.
Don't you get to deliver a bite after that as well?
That's
If
true,
you
I
succeed.
do. So let's attack him. Oh, that looks like a good hit. Where's my damage? Right here. All right. And then I can bite him to finish him off.
Indeed.
Isn't that going to be 2 death saves right there? Like 2 fails. And that's it. I'm done.
He collapses to the ground. The dagger and sword melt into the snow. And he lays lifeless before you.
We
Take his
did
head.
some killing.
You see that, Oral?
Yeah, I take his head.
Okay.
Everyone you send at us is going to end up this way.
Mhm.
Okay. Well done.
We should loot the body.
Oh yeah.
See what he has on him.
Does he have any fruit or vegetables?
No, aside from his clothing, he doesn't have a thing.
What happened to the ice sword?
It melted.
Oh yeah, all the fire we threw at him.
And
No,
his
Melted when he died.
Oh, you
his
know what?
resistance to the cold here, that was intrinsic. It's not it doesn't seem to be a function of his whatever he's wearing.
Correct.
All right.
I just remembered that I still have the dragon's breath active from Nini. So after having said that to Oral, I'm gonna put my head back and shoot fire straight up into the air.
Okay.
Let it all out, big fella.
Depending on what everyone's doing, if we're still here for like the next minute, I'll just keep like shooting a gout of flame up.
Yeah, I just proudly look over it and say, I did that.
Maybe aim some at his body so it doesn't come back.
Oh yeah. When you say that, I'll be like, yeah, give a nod, and then just use the remainder of this to scorch the body.
All right. The body is burned. The head is, I guess, in a sack or something.
How do I change back to my normal form?
Cancel the effect on yourself.
How do I cancel it? Drop it on myself again?
No,
Nope.
believe in the combat tracker you can click it off. You click the little idea head. You should be able to change them on yourself. If not, I can do it.
Ta-da!
One-click druid. Okay, guys. Well, let's wrap up there for this evening.
All right.
Thank you, everybody who's watching online. Hi, Jerry. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a week.
Thanks,
Or
everyone.
or not.